I woke up this morning with a few things on my heart, and I just wanted to share. The keys. Empathy. Um, when you are a true empath, it's because whether in this lifetime or previous lifetimes, your soul has endured a lot, and you just have a deep passion, a deep caring, a deep love for everything. And you don't want anyone else to experience the things that you have experienced, even if you don't remember you experienced them. But you have a pure heart, and I just wanted to talk about boundaries. One of the things that I had to learn was how to set boundaries and not let people walk all over me, because when people look at me, I come off as naive, I come off as sweet, I come off as gullible, vulnerable. And I actually spent a lot of my life in that energy when I was growing up. But I was learning, we all learn, and that's okay. But this is why they say if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. You have to stand for yourself. I know that every person that you come in contact with, there's always something that you see. There's always something. There's always something that could be fixed. But if you're not careful, you will get taken advantage of, because there are people that would rather you do the work and you go through all the pain. You just take over it. Just take it all on for them. And it's so draining. So it's very wise to get in tune with yourself and pay attention to your body. Whenever you feel something isn't right or something is very, very draining, that's a sign for you to pay more attention to yourself and really evaluate what's going on. I get it. Sometimes, most times, people like us are loners. We like our alone time because being in a crowd is just so much, because you feel so much all at once. It can become confusing. You're like, am I feeling what's going on? You can be very confused and disoriented. But this is why taking time to yourself and learning about who you truly are and what you truly stand for is so important, because it will save you a lot of heartache. And I will say that it's not a bad thing that you want to help. It's so good. Boundaries and discernment is what is important. Are you okay? Did Layla she got your head? There's a post that I shared on my Twitter account in response to being careful about who you have around you, and I want to elaborate on that. The friends that you keep around you are not always for you when you don't, have those boundaries set and you haven't been practicing um, discerning the truth. It could be easy to surround yourself with people, things, um, after you've been so lonely for so long. When I went to college in 2011, I met someone and I thought she was a godsend. She was, but not in a way that I thought. I was blindsided because, again, I fell prey to someone else. She noticed my light. She noticed it in the way I carried myself. She noticed it in my voice. She noticed it. She picked up on my energy. And so many years, um, I would rely on her, or not rely on her. I would lean on her, talk to her about my life, because remember, I was told not to talk to anyone about what had gone on in my life. So I told her everything. I fully opened up to her. And yeah, turns out the whole time she was just gathering information to use against me in some way. She was waiting. I didn't know what she was waiting for, but now I know. When we left college, because I didn't graduate. I left and I joined the military in 2015. But after that, our relationship was very weird. It was very spotty. Whenever we got together, um, it was like no time passed, and it was a good feeling. And this is how I know that deep down in her heart, the person that she is being isn't who she truly is. I know it. I feel like the person that she's being is because she has to be, because there's such a lack there, not just in one way, in many ways. And I feel sorry. I do hope that she continues on her journey to finding herself. But anyways, yeah, it had been years before I saw her again. I would pick up like no love was lost, but because she became this beacon for me in my darkest times, I would call her and tell her everything going on, and she would give good advice, say all the right things, and it's fine. It was good. It helped me. And yeah, but the whole time she was just gathering and gathering and using against me. Another person who never truly showed up for me in the way that I needed. Then there came a point in time where the communication like shifted. It was as though like I could clearly see that she was just checking in. She would just pop in and then disappear. And it was like I was always thinking about her, wondering if she was okay and whatnot, because um, she's someone who is very wise, and many people sought her out because of her information, and it always came across as though she knew something that you didn't know. So naturally, people are drawn to that, like mysterious, like tell me your ways. But anyways, yeah. pop in. Oh yeah, I'm fine. My life is just disappear. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Um, Maybe I'll text. Like I felt like I needed to text. I needed to reach out, but the communication was just weird and just spotty, and it was just childish. Like if you text me, like I was a mother at this time. You text me and I don't get back to you right away. 9 times out of 10, I am busy. I will respond when I can. Um, I will respond when I can, but then I will respond, and then there would be like days before I would hear from her, and I'm like, okay. So then it just put me in my head, like it had me really thinking about her, really, like truly thinking about her, and it was just weird. And then I kept talking to my ex, and I'm like, I don't think this is just not what a friendship should be. There's just something off. There's something strange. And then deep down, I would tell myself like, okay, I don't want to deal with this. What kind of person treats their someone that they, call their friend that way? But then the other part of me is like the sad, like lonely part of me was like, but I need her, a little voice. Yeah. So that was like a constant like battle for me. And then as time went on, she just began to reveal herself more and more. I mentioned that she never gave me a gift for my birthday. We never did that kind of thing. Um, but when I had my second child, she showed up, and yeah, she showed up, and she was super nice, and again with that mysterious energy. But something um, was very triggering for me when she asked me about um, a dream that or not a dream that I had. I had been having not nightmares, but weird, like distorted, disturbing dreams. And the next day, I received a message from her, or yeah, I received a message from her asking about my sleep, like how was it? And at the time, I'm like, and I told her, I didn't tell her like the dream, but I told her that something was off, and it was like her way of checking in to see if something that she was sending me was working. Then we were taught. I had gone down this like whoa this rabbit hole um, of a young lady on YouTube talking about her denouncing her sorority, and I'm not affiliated in any way with any of them, but something stuck to me because I'm interested because I wanted to join something when I was in college. Not the traditional one though, not any of the Divine Nine that I. But anyways, God kept me away for a reason, and I know why now. But I was interested in what she was talking about, and I uncovered a lot through her information, but not just that, through my inner knowing. And I shared something with her, and her response was something that was kind of like in defense of the other side. So it was weird. I deleted it because I was like, okay, whatever. This is weird. But then something inside was like, explore that more. We didn't really talk too much about it because I think that she knew that I was waking up. And she messaged me about, or we were on the phone. I don't really remember, about a party or something that she was invited to around Halloween, I think. And around people that she didn't know, people that were into some things. And she asked me what I thought, and this was a test. I didn't know that she was testing me until I knew, you know? This was a test. She wanted to see how much I knew. And then Spirit told me, go ahead and tell her, don't go because these people are going to use her. Yeah, and so I felt the shift in her energy. Like she knew that something was happening with me. Um, and then, not too long after that, I don't remember the conversation in its entirety, but she asked me if I was awake, and I was. And I told her. And then I just felt the energy again, like from her. Mind you, she doesn't. Anyways, I don't want to get sidetracked because it's easy when there's a lot going on all at once, trying to keep up with everything. But yeah, and another thing that stuck out to me was her interest in my marriage. Before I moved to Virginia, she had shared something with me about some visions that she was having, and the name Andrew, like that's my ex-husband's name, and she was trying to warn me about something, and I'm like, what in the world is she talking about? That was a red flag for me that I didn't know. And then um And then I know that she had a hard time when she left home to go out into the wilderness, if you will. She isolated herself. She got involved with some people. But I think she went through a dark night of the soul. But got lost. Hi, baby. Yeah. She shared with me that she had felt like she was going through a lot, and she was upset that no one bothered to ask her how she was doing and if she was okay, and it really hurt her. And I told her, I said, hey, I've always been here. You've never sought me out for advice. You've never utilized me. I could have been there for you, but you don't let anyone in because you think you got it all together, and you're trying to be so strong because you feel like you have to, but you didn't recognize what you had in front of you. I was there. I was willing. I loved you. And I wanted to be a friend. I wanted to help you. But anywho, in regards to my marriage, it was just weird. I felt her way. I felt her like trying to weasel her way into my life. I shared that I wanted to move back to Florida, and she started making plans, or telling me that she was making plans to possibly come and be here so we can do this whole thing together. And she was also trying to pull me away. She supported when I was having the hard times with my ex-husband. She would grasp onto that and be like, okay, yeah, let's go away, let's go do this, da 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 da, indicating that she knew something that I didn't. Because I'm like, where? How are we going to go anywhere? With what? In my head. But she was starting to make plans. I could tell that she supported the failure of my marriage. But yeah, I told her I was going to move here, and she was making plans. She was still being mysterious, not revealing anything. She called me one day, and we were talking about like living here, and I was telling her about the house. And I told her, something told me to tell her, like, oh, you can visit, but you cannot stay. And I felt it on her end, be like, dang, like, I thought we were cool. Well, hey, I thought we were cool too. But yeah, I'm like, you can visit, but you can't stay because I don't. As a married woman, husband and children, I don't. Why would I want another woman staying in my home? Not like I don't know when I knew something was off, and yeah, it was just weird, and I kept going in circles, and eventually I'm like, okay, this person is not a friend because all of the signs, the universe had been yelling at me, telling me, hey, pay attention. This person is not for you. Not for you. But fast forward, when I told her that I had awakened and I knew exactly what was going on, even though there would be no possible way I would know, according to her, all I said was that I forgive her because I understand what was going on, what is going on. So be careful of the company that you keep because not everyone is for you. Not everyone is against you. So it's easy to become a little guarded when you've been through some things. It's easy for you to have these walls. I know. I've had many. Uh, but they're all down. I know I don't have to worry. So yeah, explore yourself a little bit. Figure out who you truly are, what makes your soul happy. Abraham Hicks came into my life a long time ago, and I was like, there's no way it's this easy. I didn't understand at the time, but I wasn't ready to. I understand now, and I haven't listened to her in a really long time, but I understand now. It really is that simple. Shifting your mindset, changing the way you look at life, the way you approach life, the way you transmute everything that comes your way, because there will always be something. It doesn't end. Continuous cycle. This life, the next life, the next, the next. Life really is beautiful. Like when you look at it with a different perspective, it is. So don't get lost. Find yourself. Don't give so much of yourself away. When you can, you can. But when you can't, you can't. So don't. And don't feel bad for it. Don't feel bad for taking care of yourself. It's not selfish to take care of yourself because you can't give from an empty cup. And people like me will try because that's just our nature. You know what? And if we fail, we'll learn. A risk worth taking. So that is all for now. I just wanted to share that with you. I love you, and I hope that wherever you are, whoever you are, you're having a wonderful day, that you've had a reason to smile today, something to be grateful for, and know you are loved.